Captain?
Ah, no, look at the picture. It looks like a planet with 2 moons.
Is it a Captain Planet?
Damn it, Shay.
Yep. Welcome to the Hall of Misfits. Big building that is served with 3 options for people. On the first floor, you would have the sort of museum as the Hall of Misfits, where you have the historical artifacts and stories of the rhythmic misfits of heroes. On the second floor, you have more of spaces for like warrior training, exercising, and all that. And on the third floor, you would have more of an event space for meetings, weddings, and all that. This whole place is almost a mix between a museum and a YCM place. And YCMA place.
What is a YCM?
YMCA.
YMCA, sorry.
What's that?
God dang it.
What's that? I only know the song. What's the acronym stand for?
No, like, a YMCA is a youth center.
Thank you.
Yep, it's a youth center.
YMCA, Young Men's Christian Association.
Okay.
No.
No, that's the original YMCA in ours. But yes, it's basically a youth center.
Yeah, for us it's a youth center.
Just to satisfy the out of character curiosity, is this the old Misfits keep?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay, just a museum for it.
Yep, it's a museum for it.
And you all see Donovan just standing outside like, come on, hurry up.
I have seen
And
and Nyx is going, I've seen eager beavers that were able to hold in more than he does.
Come on, hurry up, you're too slow!
You should have seen it when we had a visit from our great uncle.
Yeah, uncle?
She'll just ask Nyx to come down to her level and whisper in her ear.
So that will be sent to the DM?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, and you
Also,
do. Go ahead.
I heard what you said, Sound. I heard the name you name dropped.
Yeah, I accidentally said it out loud. So, forget. You didn't hear anything.
I literally didn't hear anything.
Well, neither did I. Like, I didn't hear a thing. Literally. Like, you got cut off
Yep.
on my end.
Anyway, you see the place is lively as any gathering, as looks like people going up and down the stairs and waiting to get inside the Hall of Misfits. However, because Nyx is there, you guys are kind of able to get more near the front of the line to get in.
Oh,
No. We should probably keep to the back of the line. You know, be fair at everyone. He says with a trollish grin towards. Alucard says with a trollish grin in Donnie's direction.
Okay, whilst true, this is literally the first time I've ever been here. I am so excited to read all that information, all that knowledge. And he's actually like drooling a bit from just the knowledge.
It's Cyrus whispers to him.
Donnie. Your you know who is showing.
Yeah, it's Cyrus whispers over to Amelia. Is he this bad on? Is he worse on coffee, or is this Has he had any coffee recently, or is this normal?
This is normal.
Oh,
He's not much of a coffee drinker. I am.
oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh gods.
I manage. It's decaf for me anyway.
Okay.
Helgen stage whispers, "You should see him on a sugar rush."
Then you're not a coffee drinker.
Coffee is still coffee.
I thought the whole point of coffee
It
was
really
the caffeine.
Yeah, I'm not a coffee. Agreed. I'm not a coffee drinker, and even I know that decaf isn't coffee.
Well, tell that to the rest of the decaf coffee drinkers of the world. Yes, I'm calling y'all out.
I'm gonna cut us off here to let Kat continue.
Yes.
Yes. So you agreed to go to the back of the line?
Yes, we agreed to go to the back of the line, and Raishan will carry Donnie.
Carry or hold him down?
Carrie.
Carry.
I'm imagining she's got him by the scruff.
Yes. And due to Donnie's vibration, due to how much Donnie's vibrating, Rayshawn is vibrating as well from the sheer magnitude.
Donnie.
just
Donnie.
Also,
Uh,
I'm just. Alec honestly just wants to see how long they could keep Donnie on edge on this.
y-
You just need to wait. If you can wait 5 minutes, I'll get you a lamb chop.
He looks to Amelia. Boops her on the nose. You don't need to get me anything. I'm just stupid excited to get in. And he just starts vibrating once again.
As Selena's using prestidigitation to clean Donnie up after him drooling.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Mutton does sound good.
Yeah.
No, Donnie has stopped drooling. After the knowledge bit, it's like, nope, he's no longer drooling.
So anyway, we're waiting in the line, and eventually we get up there.
Yeah, it takes about 25 minutes to get up to the front.
Oh no.
I told you there's a line.
Yep. So is the line halfway down the block?
No. What happens is they actually let you in time, blocks.
Okay. So anyway, please continue.
Yep. So basically, once you kind of get into the line, they let a new group of like 20 people in every 15 to 10 minutes.
Understandable. Popular
Yeah.
attraction.
And I'm guessing after our group gets in, because as soon as our group gets in, Donnie just runs to all the flags and starts speed reading them faster than Amelia's ever read before.
At one point, you kind of scared a couple of kids, going, "Mommy, is something wrong with that plan? Or boy, or how old's he?"
Amelia just tilts her hat over her face in embarrassment.
And Cyrus's eyebrows have
Okay, can you
shot
say
up
that
at the
again? I
side.
didn't get a word you just said.
Amelia just tilts her hat over her face in embarrassment.
No, cat. I said cat. I didn't get a word of what cat said.
Basically,
Yeah.
a couple of kids are wondering what the heck is happening with Donnie.
Donnie scared some kids. They were asking their mom what's wrong with with him. Yes.
I heard there is. What's wrong with him? The part after that I didn't hear.
It was about Donnie and
It was about his age.
Yeah, but still, the Hall of Misfits follows it. It literally is series of long hallways, each with like a different theme to either the hero or event. Like the first hallway you guys see is of the incident of the poison calamity with the roof being green smog, green cloud, sorry. You see displays of green crystals and a display of green giant rock monsters, some that has more of a shape of a humanoid. One with like long rocks for arms as if they were like knives, and one giant rock cluster with an club arm that's like a behemoth.
And as extra, Donovan is also just retelling all of them from what the book says.
So you're basically like fish legs from How to Train Your Dragon.
Pretty much right now.
Cool.
Yep.
Fish legs means Pinkie Pie. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And for those who are unaware, it tells the story of how on an eve of a harvest festival in Kaham, the sky turned green. Rocks and fire fell from the sky and turned people into these rock monsters. They were orchestrated by a group called the Order, who wished to bring an old god back to the mortal plane. But little did they know that they infected the group of heroes who would use these powers to turn back the tide. And these are the Rhythmic Misfits.
And Cyrus is just listening interestedly. Oh, sorry.
So those statues outside used to be people?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
kind of turns it from beautiful to rather morbid. I mean, if some poor widow who had her husband turned into a rock monster and now his corpse is being displayed as a commemorative art piece for all to see, can't imagine she'd feel very happy about that.
To give a little bit of defense, he pulls out one of the books he has of the story and flips through to the specified page and starts reading off it. To the limited knowledge based off of the books here, they're saying that it was an irreversible process after a certain point in time. So,
I mean, yeah, that's why I said corpse. Like they're
Donnie?
effectively dead, but
Donnie, before this gets too far, Donnie, you also read in the book that these people were healed, but the rocks remain.
So the rocks were basically a shell that fell off them. That makes it better. Okay. That's
okay, that's a lot better.
much less morbid.
Otherwise, wow, that's that would not have been exactly a very nice thing to do to someone.
No, but yeah, that's a big relief. Okay, moving on. This is interesting. I want to learn more.
And quick
Agreed.
DM question: in the side of the image of the flames coming from the flames in the sky, does Selena have any specific reaction to that? Seeing it?
No, not really.
Okay. That's an interesting sight.
Indeed.
You then travel to the next hallway where you see more of a section of two of the heroes that were among the Misfits. One was what looks to be a painting of a dragonborn with silver scales, long tendrils, and long blue hair, and it looked like she was a druid of some subtype, and even though it's a pretty small section, it looked like it had a replica of a staff on display, and what looks to be a stuffed wolf right next to her painting. And it read, Dazo the Stubborn. Though not at the party for very long, she helped lead the dragons to the aid of the Misfits.
Must have been pretty bad if Stubborn was her last name.
Everyone's got a title.
Sorry, DM. Continue.
Wonder what ours will be.
And then, after a bit of almost across the way, you see what looks to be knightly medals and armor pieces of green, blue, and orange. And next to them is a picture of a white-haired man with red armor and a very, very kind face of Vilios, who is the Wraithfinder of the knights, and help protect the people in times of need. Further down the hall, you start to see a transition from this, what was once like a dark, stormy room before, into more like what looks to be the scenery of Boss, like stone walls, blue drapes, and some armor that has been displayed of the knights at Bass around the time. You can even see like crystal like dents in some of the armors and swords. And you do see a display of what looks to be a drow, but with a dark eye, horns coming out of his head, and looks to be like a bruise on his neck, and the tide of red Kren. Oh, yeah, the last name always gets me. Krenosar. Though a child in the incident, his willingness to help those in need, as well as quit like work on his feet, he'd helped out the Misfits on more than one occasion. And on the display, you see what looks to be a songbook from what you could tell could be something that belonged to his mother, who was a famous drow songstress, and what looks to be a pair of glasses from what could be something that he owned.
Okay.
Out of character, I look to Nyx out of character.
What? I know. I know it's out of character, but still, what?
So, Hubby, yay or nay?
I'll let you keep guessing.
Fine, we'll continue. There are so many things I have to say at the end of session.
Yep, you guys continue, and the scenery changes from what looks to be from boss to a more sandy area.
By the way, I know how you can find. You were wondering if the previous character mentioned was Nick's husband, right?
Yes.
I know how you can find out. Just add a little thing on the museum display. Also, he was said in an interview. He confirmed in an interview that he never ever snores. If she makes a comment about that, they're sleeping together.
Anyway, you move down the hallway and you see the scene change from the boss area to a more sandy area with what looks to have more like a steampunk vibe on the walls and the ceiling. And for those of you who grew up in Alphateria, you can pretty much put together that this is a section dedicated to Nemia.
Cool. I'm assuming there are wall plaques explaining what each area is.
Yeah.
Nice.
And in the first portrait you see of Nemia is a woman with very dark skin, long dark brown hair, wearing what looks to be a blue uniform with a pin of shiny crystals. And it reads, Nephrite, the leader of the Misfits. Her brains, ingenuity, and cleverness help keep the team together and to ensure that the continent of Alphateria has a bright future. And around her display, you see what looks to be prototypes of her animatronic owl called Zuri, as well as some of her inventions throughout the years and some of her old sketch designs of projects.
Does that include one of the mech dragon?
You actually do see the designs of the mech dragon, and in the display you see what looks to be a replica head of the mech dragon that if you're a child, you can press a button and it kind of controls how the head moves.
This is she's looking like ooh, what's that thing? Whoa, that's a big thing.
First of all, Sarah's no touch. Second, wow, this Nephrite sounds like a real smarty pants. Sounds kind of like you, Amelia.
Mentioned earlier, someone was apparently reminiscent of Nephrite. Was reminiscent of Nephrite, and hopefully you're as intelligent as Nephrite, I believe was the quote.
Mm-hmm. Another time, another place.
Fair enough.
And then across the way, you see a portrait of a man with blonde hair, a brown waistcoat, but his expression is a little cold than you would think would be on the picture, and the description reads, Alish, with wizard soldier of the group, with a determination that would match his rivals. And although he has had a bit of stone face in battle, he has a warm heart to those he cares about. And around his photo, you would see what looks to be his old soldier uniform from back in the day, a sort of like light hologram of his familiar Uba as well as like a spell book with like that has like glowing writing that means absolutely nothing. You can't read a spell off of that book, but it's meant to be there for show purposes.
Ooh, what's his familiar look like?
It looks like a flying monkey.
Cool.
Yes, my pretty.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Continuing on.
Yes, you go down the hallway as the scene changes from the
Steampunk.
the sandy steampunk of Nemia to what looks to be more of a coastal area. Everyone who lives in Alphateria can imagine this is an Atida area with almost like the smell of the sea emanating through the air, as well as like a sound of seagulls in the background.
Crashing waves.
You do hear the sound of crashing waves, yes.
Cyrus looks. Well, it's the face of somebody who never been anywhere near the sea before, and like just staring around at everything in wonder as we go through the exhibits.
Yes, and the first portrait you see there is of Augment, a half-orc man with rough black hair, leather armor.
Sorry, I have to correct you there. Augment only wore leather armor the once. He never wore leather armor again.
I know, but this is a painting.
Yeah, it's a painting, so they did the painting with you in your leather armor.
Fair enough.
Yes. And his description reads, leader of the Black Claw clan that helps the Rithik Misfits as their survival guide, their loyal friend, and the occasional crazy idea person.
Yes, that sums up Augment very well.
Yep. And surrounding his area, you see a replica of his weapon.
A glaive.
Yeah, the glaive. Thank you. A plaque explaining what the Black Claw clan was back then and what it is now, as well as ornaments and celebration items from the clan. But also you see remnants of what looks to be merfolk artifacts, and a little description of his Patreon, Adios.
It was a Yadro, I think you said.
Yes, Adros.
That was the giant sea serpent, yes?
Yes.
Is there a mural of it? Or something?
There's more like a mosaic of it.
That's what I was asking, yeah. Some sort of image of it. Hey. I think we heard something. Didn't we hear something about the sea serpent thing with this guy earlier?
But nothing from what stories I've heard.
Oh, I remember Alucard commenting that that's probably one of the stories that are true because it's too specific to be false.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
But as you go on through there is a small section of the Atida project that kind of transforms more into like a jungle area.
Cool.
And then when you get to a moment of what looks to be wildflowers, you see another plaque. Actually, 2 plaques. One is of what looks to be of a man with pale skin. What looks to be a ring of scales, of silver and blue scales around his neck. Blood black hair with a black trench coat, and it reads non-runic. And
Rumac.
Rumac, yes. And actually, as you walk past the portrait, you can kind of see it shift from human to what looks to be a silver and blue dragonborn.
I am so curious how they got to do that. And Donovan is, after he says that, Donovan is just going, dragon? Human, sort of like how he's shifting his head.
Yeah, Stars is doing the same thing,
Yeah.
like, ooh.
That and Selena's like, what? What does that mean?
Looks like he was a shapeshifter. Cool.
Not entirely.
Oh? No?
Right. I think it was, what was the terminology again, wasn't it? Damn it, I'm forgetting that. What was the terminology, Halkin?
I'm not entirely sure. But if I remember
Believe-
correctly, he was an experiment.
So yes, he started as an experiment and then trained himself to tap into the power of that experiment over time. An unusual type of training.
Ah, therianthrope. That's the word.
Therianthrope?
Beast shifter.
I didn't know there was a word for that. I'd only heard of lycanthrope, but I thought that was a catch-all term for I didn't know there was
Well,
another term.
Lycanthropes have a tendency to not be able to control their shifting, where a therianthrope can.
Good to know. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his description reads an Ethereum rope with the strength to carry the team, but the heart to protect the one thing that's worth protecting in the world. And around his area, you would see what looks to be the early concepts and designs of his new shot, the scales and stripes, as well as some dragon artifacts or trophies, if you would, from the time he took down the dragon liberation.
Oh.
Including the obsidian dragon scale, that hole near kept.
Yeah.
Cool.
And right across from there, you would see a portrait of a woman with fair skin, long red hair, and a dress of green. And the description reads Lorelei Clemson. The now wife of Rumac, she uses her genetic skills to help heal the world from the many years of suffering it had endured. And next to her, you would see a couple of trees of her favorite flowers, her old druidic staff, and now what looks to be a picture of her and Noel's family.
Was nice that they had a happily ever after all that.
Mm-hmm.
Cyrus, you look at the picture, and one of the things you definitely notice is what looks to be like one of their kids having long black hair, a purple vest, and legs of a spider.
Blinks at that and looks very confused by it.
What?
She points to the picture. I don't. Was that kid adopted? But sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Just That
I think
took
that
me off.
I think that was them adopting someone. I don't know where they found them.
Hmm.
Been a while since I've read the books. All I know is that she was adopted. So
I
believe-
didn't want to be rude,
believe
but
the
that just
story-
startled me.
I think the story goes that they discovered them and followed the trail back to someone that had transformed them into these new forms, freeing them, and they adopted her specifically and made a safe haven for the rest of them.
Good.
Hmm.
That's good.
Safe haven. Like a city of half beasts. I've heard something about that. Someone told me that story back home.
Oh, I've never heard of this.
maybe a place we'll get to go someday.
Huh.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alright, so as you move on down the hall, you see what look. The jungle starts to actually turn purple. The vines come down in blue and white, and there's almost a luminescence glow among the place.
Oh. Cool. Why are they glowing?
And
Magic.
around you see like statues and figures of what looks to be fairies, satyrs, little pixies, and
Wait.
a almost humanoid frog that is about the size of Donnie.
Oh, a
What
bullet.
the Feywild looks like. Huh.
Hmm.
I'd heard stories of it, but... Oh.
As did I. I heard about a city of magic in the Feywild, but
Yeah, I like
Never
how
thought it'd
paying
look like
fair
this.
close attention to this one.
But what's more surprising about this one is you see 3 portraits, two in a sort of triangle shape. On the right, you see a portrait of a woman with fair skin, very light purple hair in a blue tunic, and the description reads, Aerith Mithal, a follower of Mistra and healer of magic. On the far left, you see what looks to be a almost electric creature with no face, no mouth, but 6 long electric arms. And in its description, it is Cortana, a canary from the dream realm that was an unwitting pawn of the Order's plot. And you see the lights go down a little bit, having a string of electrified magic going towards the very top portrait, with what looks to be a woman with fair skin, a dark purple dress with gold trim, and her hair being mixed with blues, pinks, purples, and white. And at the top it says Kira, the combinations of 2 souls into one heart, helping the party through the toughest in need and finding a new meaning to her life.
Oh. Huh.
And then,
Fascinating.
and then surrounding their portraits, you would see artifacts of what looks to be their lives of spell books, old toys, a sort of small presentation of what a Canary sees in the dream well, not exactly the spoilers for those for Blight's Curse. It's not the wasteland. It's more like when she sees what someone else's dreams likes.
Huh.
And they also
There.
give a small description of what the dream world is.
Well, that's interesting.
Cactus, his card crashed.
Yes,
yep.
I see.
Also, just so we don't go over sound time, how much longer you got, Sound?
Since we started late, I can go to bed as late as 9 p.m. my time.
Yep,
So that way I can still be up in time for me to head out and be at my base in time.
Yep, so we got about 35 minutes.
And what time is it now? Awesome, thank you.
Hey, okay.
Yep. And as you move on, the Feywild's facade closes down, and you see what looks to be a small shack of some kind, and through the windows you can see a city of like pure white porcelain, a beautiful city of shining white.
Is it so? It's a model of a city made out of porcelain?
In a sense, yes. But anyone who's ever been to the city can tell you that it shines almost exactly like this. And then you start to have the long hallways of white, but the carpet is more red, and it represents the high city of Celius. And at first you walk into this ball-like room, and you see on like a cracked rock that is turned gray and gold, you see a portrait of a dwarf with blondish red hair, no shirt, but with like leather wraps, a very long beard that's highly decorated. And it reads Holnir Goldbeard. With the description of always looking at the bright side of life, even through the difficult and troubled times. He says the only way to live a present life is with a full belly full of good food and good company. And around his area, you would see a replication of his hammer, some early concepts of storybook covers of the stories he now writes, as well as some posts of recipes and songs he's heard throughout the years.
I imagine he also gave his original bear cloak as they exhibit.
Yep.
Cool.
And as you walk further up, the ballroom becomes a long hallway into what looks to be a throne room, where you see replicas of of attires of people who have helped the party, which include Queen Cassandra, Icol, Tugnuk, Knight Captain Ingrid, Core, and a couple of names from the old Crystal Forge.
Oh.
There's even a small mannequin of what Nyx wore back in her day.
Sorry about one of my pets, if you can hear me yelling in the background.
We cannot. Well, I cannot.
We get up, but you are fine.
We cannot.
Yep. She wants food, but I'll feed her after the session.
Yep. As you go down the hallway, you see half of the wall given a crack, and you see a model of bus, as well as the green sky that is above that, with flying dragons and fireballs firing down at the city.
Yikes.
Looks like things got pretty bad near the end.
Looks like.
Great.
You continue down the hall and you see what looks to be a room that resembles a dark laboratory of sort. And you see what you assume to be the orchestrators of the whole calamity. You see an outfit and description of a woman named Altier. A bandit-like outfit with two shadowy swords called Razor. You see what looks to be a horn and the attire of someone named Mother Myra. A tight area of molecords and a fine like substance that could have been from a shadowing mound.
Shambling mound remains? Ugh.
But probably the biggest feature you see is a dented armor of solid green that looks like it could be worn by Hazarkai with a menacing mask of lime green and dread. And this was the leader of the order, the Green Knight.
Hold on. Why did he have an armor made out of Ark's cat?
Wait,
What?
What? What?
Armor made out of cream.
That's
Oh.
I said
That's
green.
not what she said. Green.
Oh, I heard cream armor.
Yes, one of my cats is named Cream. He's orange and very fluffy.
I wasn't thinking about Cream, your cat, when he brought up that joke. I was accidentally thinking about Cream the rabbit from the Sonic series.
Same.
No, she said green.
I know she said green.
I was letting. Yeah.
I legitimately heard cream.
You're fine. You're fine.
You're fine. I just
Like
the joke just made it 10 times worse in my head.
Like the cat thing was a joke. There was a joke, but I legitimately heard cream, not green.
Okay.
Anyway, as you guys look around this area, you see the hallway leading down a dark corridor. as you walk it, at first it's all black, but then you see lights shining down like stars in the forms of greens, blues, and whites. As you continue down the hallway and go through a black curtain, you're met with a bright light of the porcelain ballroom of Celius, as you see what looks to be models of the heroes of the rhythmic misfits, kneeling down in front of looks to be Queen Cassandra and the King Rodrigue of the time, being knighted. And in that display, you see their medals. You see their honors. And you see the end of the hallway and the end of the tour. And where do all tours end? The gift shop, of course.
The gift shop.
Gift shop.
Well, if you want a gift shop souvenir, now's your chance to get one. Oh, hey, it's every book written by Holnir.
Yeah.
Cactus is not here to voice as Donnie, but I know for a fact Donnie would want to try and get every single book again.
That was a very interesting and informative tour.
I find it both funny and fitting that Saber was the only member of the people who helped the group that just straight up was not mentioned at all.
I just wanted to hug. I want to hug Saber's player right now. I basically can't because of distance.
Lincoln,
But he
you there?
deserves credit.
Yep, I'm still here.
Did you hear what Luna said?
I did, but unfortunately, Saber
Again, I
doesn't
said
want
I
to be
found it
noticed.
funny and
Yeah.
I was gonna say I found it funny and I found it funny and fitting. I always imagine like if he had. I found it funny because he's a mercenary and an assassin. So one, he probably she said he probably wouldn't want there to be on there. Two, I'm pretty sure it'd be one of those. Yeah, he helped the party. Maybe not give, considering he's also a wanted murderer. Perhaps don't give him a museum piece to honor him.
Understandable.
He's probably mentioned in a book or two.
Indeed, I actually had that. Just was imagining
Probably
like
mostly
if
in
he did
Ogman's
have any.
book.
Sorry. No, I was just gonna say, imagine I had the idea like if he did have a museum exhibit, it's like they go to it, the whole thing is empty, and there's just a note there, no witnesses.
But I went all the way down to the Crystal Forge exclusives, and I know two things in particular I would like. And one of them is dirt cheap.
Wait, is there actually a price list for the gift shop?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I was looking at the. Okay. I had Discord up in front of the Roll20 screen, so I didn't see it. Nice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
can you get me a bottle of endless coffee, please? Thank you.
I'm
And,
thinking of getting the Chronicles of the Misfits, the 15 gold piece whole set.
And Selena glances over at the chess set and says to Amelia, Didn't you say you wanted to teach me how to play this?
If you
I'll
want,
buy
yeah.
the set for. Yeah, I'll buy the set for you. I mean, I gotta pay you back for the rapier you bought me.
Mind if I step in on that? Mind if I join in on that lesson?
Sure.
But like I said, that 2 gold's on me.
I love the titles you gave each of the stories.
Yeah. Actually, do I have a? Do I
Wait,
have the gold?
Oh, Cactus is
Cactus
back.
is back.
Welcome back.
We're in the party's in the
Wow,
gift shop.
Yeah, and Holnir went to Telium as well. I didn't know people. He traveled that far.
I don't like. I'm gonna buy the Chronicles of the Misfits series. I've got the gold for it.
Holdier had quite a few titles, but the one he was proud of the most was the Wanderer.
Why am I hearing something in the background?
Probably Matt. Probably the dog on my end.
Ah. It's the Night of Puppers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Never stopped adventuring.
I honestly forgot which one with the hourglass. And we chose this one too as a group. I forgot which one was the hourglass. Yeah, I know for a fact I'm getting the bottle of endless coffee. I don't care what y'all say, because decaf coffee to her is still coffee. I personally know decaf coffee ain't coffee.
Well, good for her. She's wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, wait till Cactus. Can you see the souvenir prices, Cactus?
Yes, I can. There we go.
I like that they have to specify that their green rock necklace is non-magical. A kid adventuring kit. That's cute.
Yep, and there you would see like a wooden sword shield for the artificer. It's like a mini volcano kit.
Nice.
I know that. I thought that was cute too.
Yeah. Soros takes one look at the bottle of endless coffee and just heads the other way, like, no, I'm not gonna be tempted by that.
Yeah. Nothing of much interest. Nothing much else interest to me. Either that or it's too pricey. Yep.
Hazard considers getting the compass. As for Gabrielle, she grabs the books of Boss and Salius.
Oh, yeah. Alaka will grab a book. We'll grab a book on Bath as well. Probably gonna need it.
Surprised the Traveler's Guide doesn't have a set price for the series, unless I'm missing it.
Look beside the series.
Traveler's Guide, 1 gold each. Sale, 6 for 5 gold.
Yeah, but that's for 6 of them. That's not for the entire series.
It's not exactly a series. It's more along the lines of a. It's a traveler's guide, or more specifically, a tourist's guide to said place.
Oh, tourist guide. Okay.
I get that, but like she said, I still think there would be a price to get every book in the set.
Well, the set is still growing. The parrot is still growing, right?
Oh, okay, that's more understandable then.
Holnir is in his 150s and has not stopped.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna grab the Traveler's Guide to Bass as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get
We're all wait, we're all getting Bass. How about we just share one book and
That works
Eh.
too. That's
I
better.
mean, we could. I just thought it would make it so no one has to be reading over the other's shoulder or waiting for the other person to finish. Didn't know
I'm
how
good
long these
with-
books would be.
I'm good with sharing books.
Yep.
Meh.
And Selena will
fine with
buy a
sharing.
volume. Yep. Selena's going to buy a volume for Tellium and Luzia because, well, one, she's curious about what people think about, other folks think about her hometown, and also wants to know a little bit more about Luzia, considering it houses the grand stage.
The whole Chronicles of the Misfits series. If anybody wants to read them, if anybody wants to share share them.
I was going to get a copy myself. How about we split the price?
Sure.
So what is being bought real quick?
Sarah's got the whole set of the Misfit Chronicles, and she was offering to share them with anybody else who wanted to read.
And I'll help pay for it too. I'll probably be reading them as well.
So,
Told ya.
so that's only 5 gold for me then, and okay.
You-
Alright. 5 gold
For
for
the
each of
whole
us then.
set, 5 gold each. So, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, you notice she's eyeing the compass and and actively avoiding the endless coffee. But,
You know what?
hmm,
I got gold. You know what? I got gold to spare. I'm buying the compass as a gift for her. Well, Alaka is buying the compass as a gift for her.
are you going to do it when she's not looking? Or-
It's more like he just walks up, picks up the compass. 10 gold, picks up the compass, and walks over to the register. Walks to the register, buys it, and then just hands it to her.
She blinks in confusion, looks at it, looks at him, looks at it, looks at him.
Looks like you wanted it. I had the gold to spare.
Thank you.
Quick out of character question. Since we're getting the whole set, that's what, 18 divided by 3? That's 6 gold each, I think?
No, they're not
15
trying to get it
divided by three.
signed.
No. Sorry, what'd you say, Luna?
Yeah, that's 15 divided by 3, not 18.
Yeah, 15 divided by 3, so 5 gold each for the book set.
No, there's 9 books total.
Which one are
It
you
said-
looking at?
It said 15. It said the whole set is $15.
Yeah.
Oh,
gold.
whole set is
Yeah.
15. Damn right.
Yeah.
Brain go burr. Sorry.
You're fine, but
So I will take away 5 gold.
she's startled by the gift, but tells Alucard thanks. And it's just
You're
a
welcome.
stammer out of thank you.
So Hazarkai also buys the compass as well as a Holonir-sized mug.
Well, so how big are those?
Big.
And why am I remembering that scene from Lord of the Rings? But this is a pint. It comes in pints.
Yeah. And meanwhile, with Gabrielle, with her book of Bas and Celia, she's trying to take advantage of the sale going on and looks to Amelia's going, you're from Alphateria, right? Which cities?
Yes.
Which cities do you recommend I look up?
Boss Tellius, which I believe you already have a copy.
Mm-hmm.
Nemia, if you're trying to look in for weaponry, armor, or anything regarding mechanics.
Really?
And for... I cannot doubt my own hometown. Donnie!
Yes.
Remind me again, who has the better army between Highmore and, Irma?
I know. Last I remember, the part of the Blacklaw clan was in Ironmaw, plus the natural residents there, plus some of the, I think it was the sanctuary people there that were still sticking around there.
I thought they were all sticking around in Mirrorwood, not Ironmaw. That's the next door neighbor.
Oh, if the books from the Rhythmic Misfits are anything, it's probably our hometown.
Sir,
You forgot I didn't do much studying of the military else in Ironmaw.
Fair. I also
Sorry.
get a book on Highmore.
Alright.
Chris picks up a dice set for Cousin Larry. Hmm. Hmm.
I think I'm
Hope
also
it is-
gonna
Maybe you
grab-
can.
Sorry, you. Hmm.
I think
Yeah. You
Go.
first.
I think I'm also gonna get the Islands of Golden Key.
Yes.
And that's for the my 6. What do you recommend?
Me?
Yeah.
If you're looking for books on support, you have the 6 best cities to my knowledge for support. Now if you try to get a book on relaxing, wrong person to talk to. That's Donnie's department.
She just grabs Donnie's neck and starts shaking him like an 8-ball. Tell me your ways!
No, they're the twins that balance each other out. While Amelia focuses more on actual history, she does not know how to relax. Donnie knows how to relax.
You hear Donnie like cross his fingers and crack his fingers all at once. Well, if you want the best places to relax, out of character, give me a moment to get the world
the
map.
Get the
I
map, get the map.
Looking at the ship in the bottles, Sarah's like, wait, how did they get that in there?
Magic. And tweezers.
Character, that is something I've always wondered. Like, how do they get the ship in the bottle? I guess I could look it up on YouTube.
I knew I was forgetting 2 places. Thank you.
Library of Vilcador. I mean, hi! Holdia in Dezo's hometown. That wasn't mentioned?
She forgot to add the 2.
Yep, Yes, I forgot 2 places. Places that were not really visited yet.
True. But hey, this is round 2 with a new group. We can visit them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And
Okay,
for
so-
anybody that's a bad sleeper or a heavy sleeper who wants a freaking stuffy,
Sorry.
everybody just starts looking to Saris.
But why are you all looking at me? But yes, please.
Do you want the monkey or do you want the bird?
The bird. Also, how did you know?
If your reaction to when Nyx was a cute little kitty wasn't any indication.
Did I tell you about the incident with the owlbear cub?
You did.
Oh god.
What? What, Alikar? What?
I don't believe I don't believe I heard that story, and the thought of you near an owl bear cub fills me with an existential form of dread.
Oh, you heard that story. You were the one who said baby animals are the most dangerous because their mom is nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, out of character, forget Alikar said anything then, because he would have remembered, I just forgot.
I could still see him saying, "Oh Lord," because he remembered.
Fair enough.
But yes, Saris just looks sheepish. Yes, please. Thank you.
Exactly what do you need a stuffed animal for? You're already cute.
And she starts blushing at that.
The only lady in the room that heard that, right?
Cyrus is blushing. She definitely heard that.
Okay, Mr. Lady Killer.
What are you talking about?
I'm wondering what Selena's the other lady in the group.
Him?
I don't know y'all that well. I don't know how to take that.
Or did I miscount how many ladies we got in the group?
You miscounted.
Oh, who did I miss? Besides Gabby.
Is Cyrus, Amelia, Selena, Yoon, and Gabby.
Oh, I missed you.
And don't forget,
Oops.
Nyx is with you guys too.
And Nyx.
And Nyx.
So what do those three think of that comment?
Yeah,
Um,
mildly flattered. Selena's mildly flattered, but doesn't really think too much about it.
Wait,
Gabrielle.
he didn't make a comment towards Selena though.
The comment was at Cyrus.
Yeah, Gabrielle's not really paying too
Yeah.
much attention as she is looking through books. Yoon is looking at between you and Alucard and kind of getting okay vibes. And Nyx is looking at you too, and I don't want to say it.
Go ahead. Well, now you've got her attention. Go ahead and say it.
Go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry, did I say something?
You two look cute together.
God. Cyrus is blushing even more and has gone beet red at this point. And is trying to hide inside her shirt collar.
Hey, DM, can I roll an insider wisdom check for Alucard to have his no clue gets it moment?
Here we go again. Yes.
Go for it. I want to see how this turns out.
Fine.
But Cyrus is beet red and trying to duck her head inside her shirt. Oh, you got a
Sorry, it's
19.
So basically, ding! Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I wasn't trying to. Sorry, Sarah. I wasn't trying to flirt with you. I meant cute, literally, and the whole
Dig.
stuff down.
Can I insight that? See if he's lying.
Same.
Oh my god.
Like, we're a few sessions in and we're already shipping. oh, Helgen's stage whispering something.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. Well. If I may, DM.
Go ahead.
Considering I know the answer. Selena, yeah, you think he's you still think he was actually trying to flirt. The rest of you figure out, yeah, no, he would legitimately wasn't saying that in a flirty tone. When he said cute, he didn't mean in the "oh, you're a cute thing, aren't you?" He meant like, "Oh, that's cute."
And
It
Helgen
was
said,
legitimately in the like you would say with Ivan, the how are you making my teeth rot with this?
And
Jovial, do you want to read what you said?
Methinks he doth protest too
Sorry.
and
With all
and if
first?
Selena didn't really catch on, she just rolls her eyes of sorts of since she still thinks she is flirting, but doesn't say too much.
But
Oh,
with all that said, are you guys done shopping at the Hall of
Yes.
Misfits?
Yeah, and I
Yes,
think
I'll say yes.
I'm
I'm just gonna say yes because right now I'm fast dropping quality because I'm on via phone right now.
Oh no!
Yep, so after you're done shopping, Nyx will take you to a place that she recommends to get yourselves a good dinner before heading to the to where you're lodging tonight, and I think we're gonna end it there tonight.
Okay.
Hi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ah,
And before
Yes.
everyone leaves, Cat, can we please have the thing happen now that everyone's in the call together?
But they-
Sure.
What thing?
What?
Do it.
Do it.
I'm trying to remember.
a thing.
Yeah, what thing?
Level up.
Ooh, I thought she said we were waiting a while longer for that.
You know what? Why not? Level up, guys.
Thank you.
We level up
Oh,
because of
woo.
bonding.
Nice.
So I'm sorry to force it, but I thought it was going to happen after the boss fight, but after Ludicorba left early, I was like, never mind.
Also,
My apologies.
yeah.
You're fine.
No,
Also,
it's no
Cat,
problem.
Cat,
Yeah?
don't think I did pick up that little half orc you threw in.
Hmm.
Though technically, what should be a quarter orc?
Probably, for all I know.
I mean, like, if you get a quarter or half elf, they either look like an elf or they look like a human. No, sorry. Quarter half elf still looks like a half elf. So quarter half orc would still look like a half orc.
Yeah.
So yeah, this session is more like reminiscing for the Blight's Curse people.
Yes.
Yep.
But this was fun. Also,
Oh, yeah.
the bonding was adorable.
It was.
The normal vibes fully here, but technology has been a beep.
Oh, you for most of it.
And I have a recommendational question for you guys.
Yes.
Should I go one level in Artificer, or should I finally start the multi-class build I've been trying to work on and take one level in Wizard?
That's up to you in my eyes.
Oh.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be taking a multi-class myself, so I'd suggest taking the... Unless there's like a fourth... There's something like from the fourth level of Artificer that's like just a really good, cool, useful ability. I'd go with the first level of Wizard.
I'm double checking on that one, and nope. Nothing at 4th level. Nothing more highly beneficial for Artificers happened until 6th level. And Storm knows exactly what it is.
Yep.
Remember, you do get your ASI and or feed at 4th level.
Yep.
So I'm.
And so everyone roll for their extra hit dice for the 4th level.
Are we rolling,
Oh.
taking average, or getting full?
Up to you
With
guys.
it.
Your choice.
Not full though.
Average.
Either
Oh,
average or roll.
All right.
I'm gonna hit dice. Ooh. Okay. I get 8. So
So I'm debating between getting my. You know what? I should probably get my 3rd level in cleric and save the 2nd level in rogue for next time.
Yep, I'm
Actually,
getting
that's
my first
exactly
level
what
in
I'm going to do
Paladin.
too.
Oh.
Oh, you're going
That sounds
paladin. All right. Cool.
Mhm. Second part of the Phantom Knights, I suppose you could call it the night half.
Ah.
Nice. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm just going to be
And
going to
for
full barbarian because it's like, hit me, you can't kill me.
yeah, like I want that 2nd level in rogue so I can get the bonus actions for the cunning action. Hmm.
Yeah.
So do we use
Still
the
debating
character
whether or not gonna
monster,
take-
or...
Oh, I'm leveling mine up in D&D Beyond and then gonna copy that into the Roll20 sheet.
I thought we saw...